Hey, what's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. As always, my name's Anton. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day because we're going to be returning to Phil Collins, of course, and also with Philip Bailey, who I've never even heard of that name before. And this is a big shout out to both Laura and Kelly on the Patreon for joint requesting this one. And this is Easy Lover. And yeah, I'm stoked. You guys know, like, Phil Collins is probably, man, I think he's top 10 on the channel for me. I love Phil Collins. He's dear to my heart. But anyway, before we get into it, as always, if you guys have any song requests for me and you want to vote on what artists come on the channel every single week, join everybody in the Discord, link down below. And if you want guaranteed song requests like Laura and you want to check out all of her full album reactions like we're doing right now to Savage Garden's Affirmation, join everybody in the Patreon, also linked down below. And that's it. So let's get into Philip Bailey, Phil Collins, Easy Lover. So is this actually Philip Bailey's song, primarily, maybe? Cool. Let's just make sure the volume's good. We are good.
So we're here doing a video, which is kind of interesting because we're doing a video, making a video of making a video. You know, lots of things going on at the same time. It's not like the normal kind of promo clip.
Inception. Big drums. Okay, this reminds me so much of one thing my mom and I love doing is anytime I go see my mom, we always watch 80s movies. And like I love the 80s in a weird way. And so like sometimes we'll catch, like, I find the 80s just has awesome movie soundtracks. And I find right now with the footage and the music, this feels like an 80s soundtrack song. It has that energy. And like what I love about 80s soundtracks is they're upbeat, but they're like really catchy and melodic. Like, especially like they'll have these like really infectious keyboards and stuff. That's what I noticed about the 80s soundtracks, is there's just this fun energy, man. But let's go back 10 seconds for you guys. Like, this sounds epic. You know how the drums just come in? And again, simple but good guitar. I love it. Good, man.
Like no other. Before you know it, you'll be on your knees. She's an easy lover. She'll take your heart, but you won't feel it. She's like no other, and I'm just trying to make you see. She's the kind of girl you dream of.
Ooh.
Dream of keeping hold of. Better forget it.
I like Philip Bailey. Great falsetto.
She will play around and leave you and deceive you. Better forget it. Oh, you'll regret it. No, you'll never change it, so leave it. Get out quick.
Like two choruses.
Leave it. It's the only way. You'll never know. She's an easy lover. She'll get a hold on you, believe it. Like no other. Before you know it, you'll be on your knees. She's an easy lover. She'll take your heart, but you won't feel it. She's
I
like
love the
no
snapping.
other. And I'm just trying to make you see. You're the one that's going to hold her and control her. You better forget it. You'll never get it.
All right, are you ready? Here we go.
I'm ready, man.
Let me see, wait.
That'll work good, Phil.
Wait, I'm trying to figure out how to...
Better forget it. Oh, you'll regret it. I know we're trying to change it. Just leave it. You're not the only one who sees it.
I love Phil's vocals in the background. I love the drumming too, man. Well, Laura, I think you found one of my favorite songs on the channel. Seriously, that was one of the best times I've had listening to music on this channel ever. This was so much fun. Like this hit me on so many levels. Like, I loved the music video. This felt like a buddy cop comedy. You know what I mean? Like, this, it felt like, you know, I feel like Philip Bailey and Phil Collins have an irresistible magnetic chemistry. Like, you know, they're like, they come across as like bros, like they're just having a great time, but they're infectious. Like, how much fun they are having. Like it's funny. I always get this feeling of Phil Collins, like he's a really serious guy. You know what I mean? And, you know, he might be, but like when I saw him in this video, I'm like, this showed up a completely different side of him that I thought was really infectious. Just like, because he's so, like, my God, Phil Collins is so talented. His voice, the soul, the passion, the power, the effortless melodic ability. And, you know, Darren Hayes, Roxette, or some other artists, Cher has this too. There's a lot of amazing artists we've had. Celine Dion, like there's a lot. Meatloaf, you know, I can just keep going. But like some artists, and I feel like these are like the best of the best of the best, have this like no wasted space. And I say this all the time. Their verses, like this song was so catchy in every way, from the verses to the pre-chorus, the chorus, the post-chorus, that there was such an immaculate attention to melodic detail in the song that I didn't know what the chorus was at first. Everything was so catchy that I was like, okay, is this the chorus? Okay, is this the, like, and then it would switch up and I'd be like, okay, where are we going into now? And then I think there was a point where Phil Collins comes in the second verse and I thought it was the actual chorus because like this is just incredibly catchy. And this song just flowed so well. And whoever was the drummer, man, that guy was having a ball. The drumming in this song was just, it was fun. There was just such a energy to this one. Driving and the guitar, like the guitar solo and just the guitars mixing with the keyboards. And Philip Bailey has such a cool voice, man. And I love how Phil Collins kind of, again, he's a chameleon. He's so talented at, you know, he was like with Philip Bailey in this song and he switched his vocal register a tad to kind of match Philip, and just their, as I said, man, their chemistry was like, it was phenomenal. This video was just so much fun. Like I had such a blast listening to this, which you guys can tell. But yeah, this is probably top 10 favorite songs on the channel. Easy, 100%. Okay. And what's funny is that I forget who on the Patreon, was it you, Ayla, Kelly, or Laura? One of you threw up "No Jacket Required" by Phil Collins as our album of the month, that you guys threw it on the vote. And okay, so this is on that album, man. This, oh, wow, 1984. When was Phil Collins in Genesis? Because this is pretty early 80s, actually. Was Genesis with Phil Collins like late 70s, early 80s? Like 82, 81? But let's see, does this have anything said about it? Come on, the song was so good. You need to be saying stuff about it. But yeah, what I got from the song pretty much was kind of like got two things. Like at first I thought by easy lover, they just literally meant like just a great relationship. Someone that they're just easy to love. They don't really have any insecurities. You know, you can joke with them, you can laugh, you can go on adventures, you can have a fun time. They're just an easy lover. You know what I mean? There's a lot of physical passion, connection, but there's not very much drama. And then as the song progressed, then they started talking about, and she'll have you on your knees. And there's a couple other lines that went, okay, she like a seductress. Like her facade is that she's an easy lover, but actually she's playing a game. She's casting a spell, catching you in her net like a spider. And then she's kind of like, she has you. You know what I mean? And, you know, I've fallen in love with people like that. I wouldn't say I've fallen in love. I think that's intense. I've fallen in lust and infatuation with these easy lover types. I've quite a few times, actually. When I was younger, in my late teens or early 20s, like I'm talking 20, 21, 22, I got caught in some and I don't like to call them seductresses because I think that's unfair because they're human too. Like, you know, I just think that I think a lot of time when we consider a seductress is someone who just has, you know, trauma and they're broken, just like we all are. And one of their ways of dealing with their trauma, like some people kind of push away love and they don't commit. Other people pour love into a vacuum. That's the kind of where I was. And I think other people, one way that they deal with trauma is they need to feel not loved and appreciated, but validated, that like they actually have low self-confidence and they need just guy after guy to just tell them that there's something, because they don't feel like deep down they're anything. And I think that's when you get the seductress archetype. I think that's where that comes from. And again, it's not like they're not bad people. They just, I think they're unaware of what they're doing. I think that they're terrified of committing to one person because then they lose their reservoir of validation. It's almost like one person's validation isn't enough, and that they actually starve themselves from real love because they just need this laundry list of validation. And I kind of feel bad for that a bit. Not like obviously when it happens to you, it sucks and you feel like you've kind of been played. But, and you know, guys do this like there's definitely the tempter or the seductor. The guy, same thing. I think it's from a very similar place, where maybe a guy, when he was growing up, got like his mom or his dad or society never told him that he had any value by himself, but he was probably just a really attractive person growing up, and everybody loved him because of how attractive he was, and he just doesn't know who he is. And so the only thing he understands, the only time he ever feels good about himself is when girls are falling in love with him. So, you know, again, same thing. What does he do? That's the only time I feel whole, is you just do that. And then he gives up love too. And you get a lot of movies like this. I think, what's that movie? Great movie. What a Woman Wants, What Women Want. It has, the guy from Court, Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson, he plays one of those characters. He plays a guy, and just great movie. That's a fun movie. I loved it. Check it out if you haven't already. It's a classic from the early 2000s. But yeah, same kind of thing. Is like and then he actually turns into a good man who's capable of love and capable of actually, falling in love with one person. He kind of realizes how kind of broken and traumatized he was deep down. But so easy lover. She'll get a hold on you, believe it. Like no other. Before you know it, you'll be on your knees. She's an easy lover. She'll take the heart, but you won't feel it. She'll take your heart, but you won't feel it. She's like no other. And I'm just trying to make you see. Trying to make you see what? Verse 1, Philip. Yeah, I love Philip's charisma. He is a fun dude in this video, and I just love his energy. She's the kind of girl you dream of keeping hold of. You better forget it. You'll never get it. She'll play around and leave you and deceive you. Yeah, everything I said. Yeah, I don't even need it. Yeah, it's exactly that. But anyway, man, this was amazing. I love this. You guys can tell. What other Phil Collins songs should we check out? Let me know down below what are your favorites, because if none of the patrons choose anything, I'll be coming to you guys for some ideas. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video and you want to help out with the almighty YouTube algorithm, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're digging all the content. And if you guys enjoy anything I talk about in these videos, obviously, I have a podcast. I interview people. Link down below. And lastly, I want to give a big shout out to my tier 3 patrons. So we got Kelly, Melanie, Ayla, Charles, David, Jason, Laura, Mans, Matt, Melissa, Merrick, Nora, Paul, Robbie, Scott, and Stuart. So shout out to all of you guys, and I'll see all of you guys again tomorrow. I love you. Peace.